right. Who had that first spiritual experience they'd like to share with us?
Well, I have one.
Very good.
Well, I was doing a meditation the other day, and I was doing the Om chant, working on the crown chakra, and I looked to my side, and there appeared to be a white mist. Like a white mist right beside me.
All right. I know what that mist is. Yeah. Those are elders from the spiritual plane that never incarnated or came here manifest with Bennett, like the others of us did in 1970, in the year of the opening. They are the spiritual elders that are doing a very necessary job in the spirit, and they're here to try to reverse polarity from negative to positive, especially in your case. Are you following me?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that mist before. My previous mate was the devil, or with an Irish daddy, and she was sitting in a rocking chair one time. I was laying across the bed, and it was this mist appeared between us, like it was walking between us. And we had quit smoking years and years before that. But I asked her instinctively, I said, "What you doing? You smoking? You smoking a cigarette?" And I looked at her, she said, "You know I don't smoke." And then I saw that mist pass by. And then another time, I was with this broad, Vanessa, that was living with me. And I used to take long walks. So I took a long walk with her. We were walking back down the sidewalk, and that mist passed between us again. And as soon as it did, there was a house across the street that was getting raided, I guess for drugs or something. There was a lot of police out there. She said, "They gonna have a bad day." You know what I mean? But
yes,
learning more about this kind of thought, I'm saying, I'd like you to look at that. Did you receive that about the water beings from me just now, maybe a half hour ago?
Yes, I'm sorry. I didn't check it out yet. I'm gonna check it out, though.
Well, you need to check it out. It's gonna be something else. All right, next person. Anybody else have a spiritual experience? Okay, let me say. Last night, when I finally went to sleep, I was in between. I was in like a twilight area. I was between woke and sleep. And I looked down, and I was awakened because there was these orange, like, flower stigmas, the flowers, that were grouping in a spiritual bunch, like a spiritual gel. And there was just hundreds of them. And I woke up, and it was right in front of my face and growing fast, multiplying. And out of instinctive fear, I just took my hand and knocked it away, and it went away, but I didn't get a chance to know what it was or what it was about, because we have so much apprehension about the spiritual realm, you know what I mean? Whenever we see things we don't understand, a lot of times, many of us react negatively. Like a child that's afraid of the dark. It's not really the dark that's frightening the child. It's the unknown, right?
Right.
Any other spiritual experiences? If not, let's trail that first question. Let's get this show on the road.
I have a question.
Very good. I'll do my best.
Did you get my CashApp that I sent you this week? My name was Jasmine.
Yes, I did, for $50, right?
Yes.
Bless your soul, Jasmine. Okay, go ahead.
I was just wondering, did you? I still didn't get the email with when you just said about like sending out the videos and stuff. I didn't.
I definitely sent it to you.
Response.
I definitely sent it to you, but I'll send it again, Jasmine. I sent you a heavy. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was going to say, is it possible for me to call after this meeting?
Yes, it is. You want my number?
Oh, I have your number. I wanted to.
Yes, it is possible. Yeah, but send me a test email. You have my email address?
I do. It's the
Orion9starmover@gmail.com. Orion number 9 starmover@gmail.com. Because I might have returned it to where I got the Cash App information from. That would have been to the brother Katat. When I thought I was sending it to you. You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
So please send me a test email and a testimony about these classes, if you will. Of course, I'll return, a lot of precious information to you as a gift and a show of my appreciation that you're concerned about the success of this mission. You know what I mean? You're earning your seat. All right. It's that next question, and thank you again. And also, Anne, in London, I need to thank you again personally for your donation. Anne sent $100 to us, and I want to make sure that she knows she's appreciated. Are you there, Anne? All right. Next question.
Amun, I watched the last post that you sent with the Black Reptilians and the Secret Religion. The 5-hour video.
Wait a minute, you're asking a little bit heavy. The last one I sent to you was the one about these water beings.
No, that would be today. I haven't checked that one yet.
Okay.
I meant last week's one.
Okay, last week. Okay, and did you have a question about it?
No, I'm saying the video on the information on the secret religion that everyone obviously.
You mean X Factor?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that really, they're trying to squeeze the elephant in the thimble. What they're revealing to you is that the Masons and the Eastern Stars and the Shriners, etc., are really different forms of branches of the Illuminati, and they're the ones that's trying to catapult this new world order on the world stage.
Right.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's very interesting.
It is interesting, and it's deep too. But I would like, that's what I want the thrust of this class to be about. You all have to learn to understand that everything, that we're all shared consciousness of Pa'ut. We're all part of all. We're all one in all. We're all extensions of Source Creator. And as such, have nothing to fear except that when we allow our vibrations to be lowered. Are you following me? In other words, the reality that you're experiencing is the one that you're projecting and the one that you chose. So when you start talking about the new heaven and the new earth, there are many parallel existences. So some of us will remain here on a perfected earth. Others will be transported by ETs to their home planet or to other galaxies or other dimensions. But understand that every day that you choose fear or joy, we're choosing these realities. Your physical body is an extension of your spirit, and not the reverse. In other words, when a person is standing in the kitchen trying to decide whether to eat a pig foot or a salad for lunch, and they start speaking out loud during the argument, and the child says, "Mama, who you talking to in there?" And she laughs and confesses, "Child, you caught me. I'm in here talking to myself." And the child is utterly confused about this duality because he or she thought it was one person in the kitchen. The problem at the root of the difficulty, that's the difficulty at the root of the problem, is far too frequently people identify with the physical body as the real them. And this I, when you say I'm in here talking to myself to them is the reality, and the I is a vague peripheral, ghostational, etheric aspect of themselves that's not really real. Are you following me? That's when Panabab Yanun keeps emphasizing that we have to learn to turn ourselves inside out. And I added, in your perspective of who and what you are. What you are is consciousness that has spiraled down into soul and spiraled down further into spirit and finally has manifested or incarnated in what you call the physical form, which is the lowest form of vibration that thought can take. You're as solid and actual as you can possibly become right now. In other words, you're at the lowest, very lowest end of the spectrum. But you have to start remembering who and what you really are, because as long as you choose the physical or carnal or lower aspect of yourself and identify with that as that's the real you, you're going to experience hell in many forms. I'll give you an example, is that, you know, when we make reference to the woman in the kitchen, and she says, I'm in here talking to myself, there's a duality there. One is a higher self, a spiritual self vibrating on a much higher frequency, and then the lower myself is the thing she can see in the mirror. The problem with identifying with the myself is the physical form is always exposed to disease, gunfire. Mute your phone, sister. Hey, brother, mute your phone. Star 6 your phone. Y'all tell this person to star 6 their phone, please. As long as you're thinking, those are people that have no respect for this class at all. As long as you identify with the physical form, you're going to be susceptible to injury and sickness, aging and disease, etc. You follow me? You can step on a nail, or get in a car accident, or catch COVID, or cancer, or any of these other maladies. But in the spirit, ask yourself, the real you, the inner being, has your spirit ever been hungry or cold?
No.
Yes.
No.
That's right. Do you think it could be involved in a car accident, or that it could be shot or catch a disease?
No.
No.
No, it couldn't. So now let's see what the prerequisites are for the new heaven and the new earth. The description is, through the scriptures, is in the new heaven, there'll be no more hunger, check, spirit. No more thirst, no more pain, no more crying, no more sickness, and no more death. For the former things will have what? Passed away. So what aspect of you are we talking about passing away? It's the physical form, right?
Right.
But the progenitor of that's projecting the physical form or the illusion, which is just a fungus clinging to the light, that remains forever. You follow?
Oh, yeah.
So now, I'd like to ask you all a question. Who here thinks that you have to die in order to go to heaven? Or, let me see, to ascend to be an Amun-Rayay, divine incarnated in flesh, or spiritual master, would you have to become spirit? Or could you walk on water, for example, in the flesh?
You understand spirit.
Say it again now.
You can walk on water in flesh.
That's right. Because you have to learn to raise your vibrations to a spiritual level. And you become an Amun-Rayay, divine incarnated in flesh, or an avatar. One of the prime examples of that is the Messiah, Yahshua HaMashiach, or Jesus, right? Not Jesus the Christ, because that's a Christian word that they devised. Because in the scriptures it tells you that we have met the Messiah who's being interpreted as the Christ by the Romans, right? So he's not the Christ, he's the Messiah, which means anointed one. But also remember that he said that one day man would do greater things than I. So who else can bring to mind a being on earth that walked on the water along with Jesus? No. I'm waiting.
Man, in those days?
Yeah, in those days, it was one of his disciples, Simon Peter.
Oh, Peter?
Remember?
Yeah, Peter.
It was Peter.
Yeah,
That's
Peter.
right. After Jesus got through with his initiation and he had passed all of his 7 tests, he walked out onto the Sea of Galilee and he was nude. And he saw the boat out on the Sea of Galilee with his 12 disciples in it. They were waiting for him, and Simon Peter got so excited when he saw him, he hollered, when he saw Jesus approaching the boat, walking on the water, he said, "Master, declare unto me to walk unto the waves." And Jesus smiled and said, "Okay, Simon Peter, I bid you also to walk out unto the waves." And he jumped out that boat, and his eyes were focused right on the Master. He never even looked at the water, and he started walking toward Jesus as Jesus walked toward the boat. When he got almost to him, that day there was a high wind. And if you listen to that video I sent you about the water beings, you're going to learn what that means and what happened with that tumult and why Jesus had to be brought out of his sleep in order to calm down that tempest or that strong wind. It wasn't just a storm, it was unnatural. Anyway, when Simon Peter got almost to Jesus, because the waves were high that day and they were white caps, he just cast his glance to the side for an instant to look at the choppy water. And when he did that, he began to doubt. And as he began to doubt, what did he start doing?
Sinking.
He started sinking. But he was fortunate to be close enough for Jesus to grab his hand and pull him up and say, "Oh, ye of so little faith," and walked him back to the boat. Are you following? So I'm telling you that you all can heal people and perform miracles just like I can too. But you have to vibrate on a higher frequency. You can't vibrate on a low frequency. You follow? The devil can have many wonders in the world that seems astonishing to a novice. And AI, like the new helicopter Trump got. How many of you all are familiar with that? And thank you for sending those videos to me there. Amun, Keeper, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. You're welcome.
Thank you very much for sending that information to me that I sent to them. All right?
No problem.
All right.
All that.
But Rahubat, if you saw that little helicopter, it looked like some space age stuff, but it ain't nothing but a glorified helicopter. That's all it is. You follow me? Trump, when he was walking on that thing, he was infirmed and he had a hump in his back. And the truth of the matter is, he's just an old peckerwood that's on his last laps. Okay? So much for the devil. But understand that as far as the new heaven and new earth, we're talking about parallel realities, right? And your consciousness is shifting billions of times every second. I want you to think about what I just said. Your consciousness is continuously shifting billions of times every second, right? So if you're wondering if you're making the shift or not, the one asking the question knows better than the one being asked now, because you're constantly shifting naturally, billions of times per second. And everything's in the same place at the same time, just vibrating on different frequencies. How do you create the illusion of animation or movement? You drive in your car and see somebody walking down the street, and you say, well, they're moving, they're not in the same place. Well, when you look at your TV, when you look at a cartoon of Mickey Mouse, isn't the cartoon in the same place on your TV screen and he never walks off the screen? Isn't that true?
Yes. Yeah.
He's always in the same place at the same time, vibrating on different frequencies. But if you think about how cartoons are created, it's kind of like you take a deck of cards and one card at blank cards, and at one card at a time you draw or illustrate Mickey Mouse, and you have him that he's flipping a coin. you put his three-fingered hand in one position and start the coin to going up, and his right foot a little bit ahead of him. Then on the next card, you duplicate the cartoon, but you have his hand elevated just a little bit more, and his foot going a little bit further. And then the next card, you draw him with the coin going up higher and his hand up higher, and then his right foot is down as he begins to motor his left foot up. And then after you do the whole deck of cards, all 52 of them, with a picture of Mickey Mouse in all these different positions, and then strum them like that, you notice it looks like a motion picture of movement, like he's moving. Do you understand? But the deck is still in one place, right in your hand, in that one spot. Are you following me? But you see how you created the illusion of Mickey Mouse moving?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Believe it or not, your mind is so powerful that it's taking a picture of you the way you are. And billions of times a second, it's flashing another picture of you the way you are with the coin and the foot moving. Do you understand? That's why it seems seamless. Like you just have a good, like you're moving seamlessly. But it's like a Mickey Mouse cartoon. You're not moving seamlessly, but billions of times per second is a lot more synchronized than pixels on a TV, a cartoon that a man can make illustrating with a pen. Do you understand? And the cartoon almost looks like it's flowing even to you, doesn't it? Like there's no break or cessation. You don't see a single picture, then another single picture. No. So, but with you moving billions of times per second, not hundreds of times per minute, but billions of times per second. That's how powerful your mind is, and it creates the illusion of linear movement, like you walking or moving your hand. Are you following me?
Yes.
But the frame is in one parallel world to another. In other words, in the first frame, you're in one world. In the second frame, you're in another world, and a little different positioning. In the next frame, let me explain. Every time you imagine anything, that thing you imagined exists somewhere in existence. The danger is that's true even if it's a monster or a devil. Do you understand?
All right.
Every time that you, for example, you drive in your car and you come to a dead end and they have a street that goes to the left or the right, you see the signs that look like the letter T. You can make a right or a left and you try to get someplace, and you don't know whether to turn left or right to get there, right?
Right.
You decide to turn left, that's your best guess. Understand that an aspect of your consciousness did make the right turn. And when you did it, you created another you in another universe, and everything is playing out for him completely different, because when he made a right turn, everything unfolded in front of him different from you that went left. Do you understand?
All right. Okay.
I want y'all to follow me now.
I follow.
Yeah. And you see, there's levels of density according to vibration. Like the physical you, the spiritual you, the force you, the etheric you, the soulful you. And when we look at you, for those that have their third eye reactivated, they can see your aura or their own aura. And it's no different than looking at turning on a gas fire on your gas range, or lighting the big candle and then studying the blaze in the dark. When that fire's lit, you'll notice that at the wick of the fire, where it burns the hottest, the colors are like violet and blue. And on the perimeter or the outside of the flame, you're going to see red and amber, because it's cooler. Do you understand? Just like when you look at a rainbow, it's levels to that according to vibration. The highest one being violet, lowest one being red. Do you follow me?
Oh, yeah.
So, in other words, when we look at you and learn to see your aura, then we had to go to school. I'll teach you the next thing, which is to be able to read the color charts to understand what every level of vibration or color represents. You follow me? Meaning, if you look at a person and their aura, it's going to be like a kaleidoscope of colors. With some colors dominate, predominant, like the flame on the candle. It'll be like it'll look predominantly blue or green or red or amber. You follow me? And that's according to how their consciousness, their thoughts, what frequency they're vibrating on or focusing. If they're angry, it's going to look kind of red or amber. You understand? In fact, for those of you that are starting to tune in and see auras, when you look at a being and see their aura and it's amber, that being is a reptilian. Do you understand that?
Copy.
Because you taking this walk with me, you're going to eventually start seeing them if you don't see them already. That's right. That amber aura is a reptile. And if you see a brown or dark red aura or a black or gray aura, if you see black or gray, either get ready to kill that thing or run. Do you understand?
Right.
It's there to destroy you. No ifs, ands, or buts. But when you look at that aura and you're around your loved ones, you can see their health. Because your aura is a dictionary of your emotions or your thoughts. You follow me? They don't dictate your aura doesn't dictate your thoughts, but your thoughts dictate the aura. So that if you're sick, you have a physical problem, and which I'll tell you what physical illness is. Whenever you feel like you're physically ill or have a malady or problem, what that is simply is your body and spirit have become out of line. You understand? It's alignment time. Whenever your body is out of line with your spirit, let me say that your spiritual aspect, your higher self, is the second of that life force from the sun. Al-Hayu. That's the life force. And as long as you're in alignment with that and attuned with that, you have perfect health. But if you get just a little out of line, you might have a sniffle or a little sickness. But if you're way out of line, you could die or be really, really sick. Manifest a disease like cancer, terminal, or something, So a spiritual master is not like a great doctor or medical professional or anything. They overstand on a higher level that your spirit is out of line with your body. And what they do to heal you is just simply pull them back in the line. They realign your spirit with your body, and then you don't have the disease anymore or the sickness anymore. Do you understand?
Right.
Isn't that something?
It is amazing.
Now, it is amazing. But that's a lot of people don't reptilians and devils, they don't care too much about the spiritual reality and God, and they don't really, they want to go to AI and physical things, you know what I mean, right?
Right.
But they're deceived even more by youth, because when they're young, they can't perceive themselves, their own mortality. Do you understand? But the older they get, and you reach a certain age where you have more friends on the other side than you do on this side, then you start seeing things through different eyes. You follow me? You start realizing your mortality. When mama gone and daddy gone, and then brothers and sisters and friends, and when you start counting it up, you got more people on the other side than you got on this side. you know some pulling that, you know, in other words, you don't doubt your mortality no more.
All right.
But it was a time when you were youthful that you acted like you wasn't gonna never die, right?
Right. Yeah.
That's where you get these hot-head demons, reptile thinking, all that. You following me?
I follow.
And by the very act of thinking that way, they promote death, and that the more carnal they get, they don't realize that when they put all their eggs in one basket in the carnal world, that with every second that passes, they're moving continuously further from birth and closer to what?
Yeah.
In the physical sense. That's right. They're committing sideways. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's a shame that youth is wasted on the young, isn't it? What fools these mortals be. But I'll tell you, like a guy, Tommy Gillespie, a family friend, told me, I was like 15 and he had just turned 40. I walked in the house, it was his birthday. I said, man, Tommy, you getting old. He just looked at me, he was real serious. He said, I tell you what you do. Just keep living, young man. Keep living. And now I wish I was 40. You understand? You follow me?
Yes, sir.
Is that something? And that applies to each and every one of you here. I don't care if you're 12 years old on the phone right now. And now time is collapsing. By that I mean in 1943, when the Philadelphia experiment happened, you know, time interphased. And you can look up the Philadelphia experiment, the visibility project, on your computer right now. I don't want you to believe me. Check it out. This is a real event that happened. It really happened. The Philadelphia experiment, and he had a military Navy ship called the USS Eldridge, and Nikola Tesla and Einstein and some scientists got together and put together, they built 3 generators to put on the ship with heavy cables. They shot electricity to it. I'm rushing it ahead. And what they did, they created a cloaking device for World War II to make the ship invisible to the enemy so that they could fire from seeming nowhere and then there wouldn't be a target. Do you understand? A cloaking device? And one of the generators eventually failed, and they only had 2, so the Navy was pressing them and wouldn't give them time to rebuild the correct kind of generator. So they had the nigger rigger generator, the number 3, and then when they got ready for the next trial, it was rushed, and the Navy ordered a full crew of real sailors. And one of the sailors was about to get married. He was at the chapel with his wife-to-be, and he didn't show up, and the MP showed up and drug him to the Jeep and brought him to the ship against his will. And here they had another factor involved. It was called emotion. Love is more powerful than anything in the physical realm. Do you understand that?
That's right.
That man was in love, and they tore him away from that and brought him to that ship anyway, put him on board. And when they launched out Montauk Bay in the sea, they hit that switch and all that voltage went through those generators. One was out of sync. And the ship started going crazy. It went crazy. It started blinking in and out. It didn't just totally disappear like it did on the first experiment. It started blinking. You could see it, then you couldn't see it. It started blinking in and out. And some sailors started floating in midair. Some turned to babies because time was being interrupted. They tore the fabric of space-time continuum, ripped a hole through the fabric of reality, and some people just burst into flame. Now, the two of the scientists that were on board, they knew exactly what was happening and why. So they tried to chop the cables loose with a axe, but it didn't work. So they just jumped overboard and bailed out in Montauk Bay. All right. Now the people that are here. What is your question? What's the next question?
I I have a question about, or maybe a statement kind of about spiritual.
That's good. That's good.
So I recently, when I talk to my ancestors, like, I would talk to them like normal conversation, asking for protection, asking for some wisdom, asking for some guidance, etc. And I feel like I have gotten it through by angel numbers. Like, I'll see a lot of 555 or 444.
That's called synchronicity. Yeah. Please talk to your phone.
And I'll start to like, I guess you could say the experience I've gone through necessarily, as in like I don't get any like I would say I don't get any dreams, or I don't get nothing where like I guess how some people would experience. Like, my experience with my ancestors is like, if I ask like, please allow this to work out, like it works out, or like if this is supposed to happen, like, you know, allow it to happen like gracefully or something like that. Like, I don't know, like I just don't experience, I guess, like out of natural experience. Like, it just, my experiences be like pretty like simple.
But that's all right. It could be extraordinary to somebody else, and maybe it's just simple to you because you're a spiritual person.
Oh, okay.
You follow? Zybri, you say you here? Zybri. Okay, why don't you call June and ask him why did he drop the line?
Yes, sir. I will.
Yeah. Next question.
I got a question.
I'll do my best.
So it's kind of touched on the same thing the sister just said about the ancestors. I do a lot of ancestral work myself, and I had the same result. But I burn ancestral money, so I wanted to know what exactly does that do for them on the other side? And the flame turns green.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Right. Let me tell you a secret you don't know. But people that are rich and have a lot of property and possessions, when they die, they don't think about that at all.
Okay.
Yeah. Not even for an instant do they think about the things they left behind. Because it's not, they realize it's nothing. But it's a tragedy when people have to die to figure it out. Because they sell their souls, you know what I mean, for worldly gain. But what would it profit a man if he gained the whole world and lost his soul, you see?
Right.
Nothing. Next question.
I have a question about the Natharus.
All right, sister, go ahead. Have patience, brothers. I'll be right with you. Go ahead.
I kind of just wanted to know more about the Natharus. Like, it's like I hear about them, but I never really like know anything about them. I just know like they are the overseers, so I just want to know like.
Well, I'm Amun. Do you read the Patarak at all?
Yes, I have. I've read some. I've ordered some.
Okay, well, let me tell you. Let me explain something to you. You need to order the one concentration from me and
I did.
count. Okay, count. Well, you know the prayer in the back of it is to me, right? The prayer of Amun. I'm the Give me the prayer. If you have it, once you get it, sister, let me reveal something to you. I'll start by saying that Tiru is short for nature, okay? So we are indeed hurricanes and all these different weather phenomenon. You know what I mean? In addition to being able to spiral down to physical beings. Hold on. that. It'd be nice. Don't blame me. You gotta look for that. That ain't gonna happen like that. You should have went upstairs and got it that way. Come on, stop it. Oh my God. There's too many books. How you? All right. Okay, you have the book concentration there, sister?
I don't have it with me. It's getting ordered right now, though.
Well, you can order these things from me. You know what I mean? Also, I sell spiritual packages that have all the information that you need to transform in stages. You know, but I sell a whole package.
I plan to call you later on tonight for that.
All right, very good. And I want to make sure I remember to send you those links and different things that I promised you too. All right, it was a brother back there had a question. Thank you for your patience.
I got a question.
I'll do my best.
Is it a difference between getting when you have a beam, the beam sound in your ear? It comes sometimes from the left. You know, when you get a beam sound in your ear.
The beam sound in your head. Wait a minute, you gotta slow down, slow down. Be clear.
Sometimes I get a beam in my ear on the left side.
A beam? You mean a tone?
Like boom, yeah, and it feels like boom, like a good vibration. And it feels like it's on that one side, like boom.
Duplicate the sound for me with your mouth and throat.
It's like beam, like that.
Or is it a higher pitch than that?
Not really.
More like that?
Yes.
That's the Elohim, and they're over the top of your head pretty close, and they're scanning you when you hear frequency, right?
Yes.
And they're keeping you in tune with that channel, and that frequency is the same sound that you hear on the TV when it interrupted with please stand by. Had this been an actual event, we would have given to you directions as to what to do and where to go, etc. You know what I'm talking about?
Tour.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Well, when they go like that, and you hear it in your ear, they're keeping you in tune with that frequency. So when it's time for the gathering, they're gonna turn that. They're gonna turn that pitch into audible words that you can understand. That'll give you directions on how to be in the right place to be taken up. Do you understand?
Sure.
Yes. And at the same time, when you hear that frequency, they're scanning you, and if you have any leaky blood vessels in your brain, for example, they're taking lasers and correcting it and healing you. You understand?
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir, I have that problem. I've been having problems. Thank you for telling me that, because I've been having problems with that.
That's not a problem. Believe me.
A lot of blood leakings and stuff in my mouth and all that.
Yeah.
I've been getting a lot. Yes.
Well, when you hear that frequency, they're working on you.
Thank you.
They're working on
Next
all
question. Yes, it is.
How do I mute this, Pop? How do I mute it, Pop?
Star 6. Slow down.
Okay.
Star 6. All right. Anybody else have a question before wait a minute. Let me read. Sister, you still there?
I have a question.
Yes, I am.
Okay. What is your question, brother?
Yes, sir. Why does it say the 144,000 will be virgins?
You got to get on the phone and talk straight into it.
Why does it say the 144,000 will be virgins?
Well, if it's saying they will be virgins, what's really happening, if you want to know the real truth, is that we're here to raise the 144,000. But the majority of the 144,000 will not be adults, men and women, because you all have been prostrated by the devil's touch. You have been polluted by the mind of Satan. It'll be your children that we are trying to raise up. You understand?
Right.
Follow me? I'm not saying no older adults will make it. I'm saying that we really have to your children because they're pure. Or they should be. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. Now,
Right.
sister, are you still here?
Yes.
All right. I got the Patarak concentration. And I'm going to read the prayer in the back. I want you to listen to it good. Namuz ul shalil Amun-Rayay. Amun-Rayay, that's me. Prayer of Amun-Rayay. Nuk saduk bi Amun-Rayay. Wu nabeb. Mulmad uhu. I trust by way of Amun-Rayay and his master teachers, Wu Madiyak, who and his papadri, Wu Manzad, who li Penan Zaman, Wu Wakwak, Panabab Yanun, and his warner for this day and time, the master Yanun. Kalel Hamadat Epeli Amun-Rayay Najor. That means Natiru Najor. Shalom Papatat Wu Pataha. All praises are for Amun-Rayay, overseer of the heaven and the earth. Anuki Nuwapu, I am Nuwapian. All right, now you hear it differently now, right? Then you read it. Sister, now you know what it's really saying, right?
Yes.
Right. When you first read it, you didn't understand it. You probably thought he was talking about the Navad Yanun or something, right?
Yes.
No, it's not Yanun, it's Amun. You got 3 rays, you got 4 rays, actually, at Amun-Ray, that's a female deity. And then you got Atun-Ray, A-T-U-N, that's another female deity. Then you have Atun-Ray, a masculine deity, and then Amun-Ray, the final deity. So you all should be doing chants where you visualize Amun-Ray. She's a big violet light about the size of a small car, a miniature car. And she shoots out rays. The first ray, she sends them all out in one color, but when they hit, they turn, like when she sends the ray out to Atun-Ray, it turns to a yellow sun, or he does, or she does rather. And then when she sends it out to Atun-Ray, his color is red. And when she hits the beam on Amun-Ray, my color is blue. That's the 3 suns that's orbit around the planet Riz. Okay, are you following me? And you can spell the suns S-U-N or S-O-N, whichever you prefer, okay? Because Anunnaki are stars. I know a lot of this sounds strange to you, but welcome to reality. You need to get to Patarak, count 1, count them not, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And that's all about me. I know that they gave you the impression that Panabab Yanun was the beginning and the end and the whole thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
No. His time was the first half hour from 1970 when he broke the 7th seal to the year 2000. And from 2000 to 2030, August 12th is my time, Amun's time to rule. Are you following me? The second half hour.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You have a holy tablet?
No, but I do have
Access to a PDF.
Yeah.
Okay, can you get to chapter 6, tablet 4 right quick?
Give me 1 second.
All right, just a minute, let me get my tablet. But a lot of this is just like the prayer you just read. People assume that they know, and they don't really know. You're gonna go to chapter 6, tablet 4. verse 167. Are you getting close?
Yeah, I'm around chapter 4 right now.
Okay, you gotta get to chapter 6. Chapter 6, tablet 4. Verse 167. Chapter 6, tablet 4, verse 167. I'm the last elder, Sister. Malachi is the first elder. You hear me?
Okay, I see it now.
Okay. And behold, Melchizedek will be the head of the 24 elders who existed before, because we keep coming back, right? 168. Are you with me, sister?
Yes.
And afterward, in the last generation, that's right now, there will be another Melchizedek. That's Panabab-Yanun, the first of 12 elders. So which one is he? He's the first of the 12 elders, right? Yes or no, sister?
Yes.
There will be another Melchizedek. He's the first of the 12 elders. 169. And the last, the 12 elders will be head of all, a great archpriest, the word and power of Anu, who will perform miracles greater and more glorious than all the previous ones. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm the last, he's the first. Now go to chapter 19, sister. Chapter 19, tablet 6. You're going to go to chapter 6, verse 1, verse 313. Chapter 19, tablet 6, verse 313. Are you close?
Yes, I'm very close. I am chapter 6, 319. Yes, I did.
313. Verse 313.
Yes,
okay. Behold, the Son of Righteousness, that's Yanun, stands before you with the scroll of Malachi, that's these holy tablets, that rebukes the liars for their transgressions, and who will prepare the way for the Messiah by turning the hearts of the fathers to the sons, of the sons to the Father. Now they're trying to make you think Malachi is the Messiah. He was sent to prepare the way for me. Do you understand? 3:15, and who will prepare the way for the Messiah by turning the hearts of the fathers to the sons to the Father, or else I, Malachi, will strike the earth with utter destruction. Now you are ready to move on towards the next level and ready to accept what I was giving you originally. I teach you that none can stand against. You were the meek that are here to dumbfound the wise. And so we are at the beginning again with Sufi ancestors. Only now we are Sufi under the Amun, the ancient mystic order of Melchizedek, the beginning of their end. You can't be fooled by any religious doctrines of any kind. No, not nowadays. You have your first tool, this holy tablet. Not someone else's interpretation like they keep using the Bible. Your own scripture that will dispel all the lies, causing all false things to perish, making the truth come to light. Now, I want you to go back to the verse 165 in the same chapter 19, tablet 6. We'll go to verse 165. Just back up about 3 pages.
Okay, I'm there.
This is him talking. It is my voice that roars with the sound of many waters, saying these things. I say unto you, who are faithful and true, I am the Melchizedek of all the holy prophets. Allah has sent me to give good tidings, to prepare the way for HaMashiach, or Al-Mashi, the real Messiah, and to show you things which must shortly come to pass, and prepare a way straight for him. For I have declared in my very own scroll, the scroll of Malachi. Do you hear me? I am that Amun. Do you understand? I am the Akeh, the last elder. And I'm not just a overseer, I'm the overseer of the heavens and the earth. Because as Ahmed, I was on the 19th seat of the elders, but I ascended to the 25th seat as overseer. I'm the head of all the deities. And I'm gonna, if I want you to call me after class so you can remind me to send you some information, videos from the mirror through some Nawabian teachers that'll tell you that it's my time to rule, Amun's time to rule, and that Malachi done says that over and over. Do you understand? But you have a faction of black reptiles there that's trying to keep that truth from you all. You follow me? Don't be surprised. Where was the devil kicked out of, sister?
Repeat that one more time.
Where was the devil cast down from?
He was cast down from heaven. Down to
That's
earth.
right. From heaven. So the devil was in heaven, right? Don't be surprised where that fool shows up. You understand that? That's right. And right now he's trying to get in you all's head. Okay? Because without that last elder, you don't have any salvation. You'd be cut off. Now, I'd like to give you some personal proof. I don't know what time it is, but can you step outside right now and find a star in the sky for us right now for yourself? Or the moon. And at Friday, 3 o'clock Friday, Georgia time, I'm going to move the sun for y'all in the daytime again. Brother in Texas, you look outside for the stars too. Everybody on the class. It's after 10:30 anyway, huh? 10:07, yeah. Sister, what you got outside?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. I'm about to be out there.
Okay, you need a second to be out there? Okay. All right, brother, you outside, what do you see right now until she gets out? Y'all hold on, give me 1 second. 1 second.
Okay, I'm outside.
Hold on, sis. He's coming. You hear me? Hello? Okay. You be ready. Hold on, please.
Now, brother, where you at? Or sister, you outside now?
Yes, I'm outside.
All right, brother. Okay, sister, what do you see?
I see the star that is really close to the moon.
No, I don't want, because I'll move both of them. Well, is it a full moon?
No, it's like a...
Okay, find a star by... See, let me see. When I move that star, the moon gonna move with it, right? Right. Move to the left in the name of Amun-Rayay. You see, they're so close, they both move together, you understand? Now, raise up in the name of Amun-Rayay. You understand, sister?
Blowing up.
That's right. Sister, you saw it, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
can't
saw it.
subscribe.
All right, but the star went with it, didn't it?
Yes, the star's still moving.
Yeah,
That's what I mean. See, what I mean is I need you to find a star, sister. Look over here and try to find a star that's all by itself so I can just move that for you by itself.
It's moving by.
Okay, wait a minute now, y'all. Go ahead, sister. Did you find a star by itself over your head?
Yeah, I did.
All right. I want that star to go clockwise in a circle with the name of Amun-Rayay.
There you go. There you go.
You see, sister? You see it? Sister,
Yeah, I see it.
okay. Well, do you understand? We were in the tablets and it said, the last elder would be the word and power of Anu, who will perform miracles greater and more glorious than all the previous ones. That's me, that last elder, performing a miracle right now. Do you see it?
Mhm.
You understand?
Yes, I understand.
All right. Well, then you've been chosen to be of the 144,000. All right. Now that next brother. Okay, go ahead. The next brother that was outside. What do you see? The next brother that wanted to move something. Where are you at? Who else want to move something while I'm doing this?
This is
Orion.
Okay, Orion. Okay, I heard three voices. Okay, Anukas, you want to move the Orion constellation, right?
Okay.
All right, everybody look at the Orion star constellation. In the name of Amun-Rayay. Go ahead, sister.
I was going to say, is that the one with the three stars?
3 stars in the belt,
Okay.
and then it looked like a big letter X kind of, yeah.
Okay.
You see it, sister?
Yeah, I see it. I just want to
All right. Orion, whole constellation, move to the left in the name of the Messiah.
Moving left.
Moving to the left.
All right. Orion, raise up in the name of Amun-Rayay.
Raising up.
Going up.
You understand, sister?
Yeah.
Young sister, since you haven't been here many times, am I right? But your faith is strong. You already sent a donation. So you looking for the truth. Yeah, I know. You are looking for the truth. And he said, seek and ye shall what? Knocking the door will be open unto you. Ask and you will receive. The Most High searched the reins of your heart and found you to be sincere, and He brought you to us. You follow me?
I follow.
I'm the last connection, the last elder. Right. And of course, I'll prove all that to you in time. I'm just glad you had patience to see with your own eyes and be made aware of the reality. All right. Now, isn't there a brother in Texas that wanted to do something? Move something? I didn't hear you.
Hey, you hear me?
Yeah, I did.
You hear me now, Father?
You're in Texas,
Okay,
right?
Yeah, no, I'm here.
What do you see?
Oh, yeah, this is Freeman, but you know.
Okay, listen up. Calm down. What do you see that's bright out there you want to move?
I see one below the moon, and I see one pointing to the moon.
Well, look, I'm telling you, when I move something by the moon gonna move. Look, I'll just move the moon, the star gonna go with it, all right? All right, move to the left in the name of Amun-Rayay.
That thing's moving fast.
Yeah, it is.
Moving left.
Yeah, you see it, Freeman? Now, raise up in the name of Amun-Rayay.
Raising up.
Raising up.
Brother Freeman, you see it, right?
I see it, Father.
All right. Now go in a circle in the name of Amun-Rayay clockwise. Now go counterclockwise for him.
Stop.
There's move.
Going counterclockwise.
Confirmation again. So good that we meet you again, brother.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, it was gonna happen. You had to meet me eventually because you were sincere. That's all. It just takes a truthful heart. You understand? Because the Most High sends a representative to earth. He gives them a calling card, like Moses parting the Red Sea, as Jesus walking on the water, Elijah raising the dead. They can all perform miracles. You understand? The ones he sent. The rest of them just talking, bumping their gums, sounding heavy, and can't take a fly from a frog. You understand? They got no connection. Connection to their young, big mouth talking ass. That's it. It wasn't sent by nobody but the devil, man. Them reptiles. You know, but with them tall hats is empty under the bottom. You understand what I'm talking about? Yeah. Now, anybody in Florida that I done healed from AIDS before? Anybody in Florida that I healed from AIDS? Anybody in Florida that know somebody I healed from AIDS?
I do know her.
Yeah. He had AIDS 12 years, and I healed him from it completely clean, like the Board of Health. And we got the papers from the Board of Health, the reports. I've healed people from stage 4 cancer, from brain tumors, and breast cancer, and liver cancer, and kidney cancer, everything. Colon cancer. I've healed people from COVID. Yeah. Sister, welcome home, all right?
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
Welcome home, sister. You hear me?
Welcome home.
You hear us?
Yes, thank
Welcome
you.
home.
We love you. Where are you located?
Welcome home.
sister?
We love you.
Welcome home, sister.
Yeah, where are you located, sister?
I'm located in Central Texas, but I'm a truck driver, so I drive around. Right now I'm in Kansas City, Missouri.
I understand. There's some snow still on the ground, huh?
No, actually. I think the answer.
None? Wait a minute. No snow anywhere?
No. I guess you could. Yeah, no. It's all dried up.
Okay, but if you see a patch of it, get out and ball it up tight and try to light it with your Bic. It won't melt. It'll just turn black like styrofoam. Do you understand?
Mhm.
You want to know why?
Wow.
We're in the dimensional shift, and all the snow is fake. Do you hear me?
Wow.
That's right.
I saw a brother burning some on Facebook.
That's right. Now, what I'd like you to look up is the Mandela effect, sister. Type it in now before you forget the Mandela effect. And you find out we're in a completely different reality. But some people are getting trapped back in the old world, and we're leaving them behind with what they believe. You hear me?
Mhm.
The Mandela effect. Are you writing that down? On YouTube.
Yeah,
Just type in the Mandela effect, comma YouTube. You don't have to go to YouTube and then type in your query. Just type in the Mandela effect and comma YouTube, and you'll always go straight to YouTube and right to the place. Yeah, all this stuff is very real, you know, and you should never underestimate yourself for not believing that you all are great enough to be worthy of having a real spiritual guide come to you, because you are, and evidence of it is that I'm here with you. You follow me?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I was intended for you. It's not a joke. It's not a mistake. You're supposed to go to heaven. You all write your testimonies about what you experienced tonight and send it to Orion9StarMover@gmail.com. I love you all. I'll wait for your call, sister.